We are now live on
Oh,
YouTube and Facebook. What?
it's being weird.
What is it? We're still live on YouTube and Facebook. We're not live on Instagram. You're having some Instagram issues. Is it working now?
Yeah.
Now we are live. I got an elbow in my face.
Sorry.
How's everybody doing? How you doing?
I'm good.
Haven't seen you all day.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. Just joking. She messaged me today. She texted me. She's in one building. I'm in a different building. And she texted me a picture of us when we were like 3 years ago, 4 years ago. And she's like, look how young and cute we were.
We were young and cute.
And then I'm like, so what are we now? And she's like, old and wrinkly.
We did have like little fresh faces though. Like,
My face is still fresh.
I don't think so. It's at our friend's wedding.
Yeah.
You know, we just look so fresh and so young and so cute and stuff. What
Just because we were
happened?
tan. That's the only difference. All right.
I guess it was.
Let's talk about Caffeine, Caffeination Station podcast. It's actually in the podcast, just a live at 5. How much caffeine do you consume a day?
5,000 milligrams.
How much caffeine do you really consume a day?
I don't know.
We have a cup
Too
of coffee in the
much.
morning, which is, what do you think?
I have 2 cups of coffee. I have a lot of coffee.
1 cup of coffee is 150 milligrams.
Probably.
All right, so let me give you my rundown. I have one of these caffeine pills from bulk supplements when I wake up. I wake up at 3. I have one of these with some vitamin D and some liver pills and some amino acid tablets. One of these is 200 milligrams. This is the most bang for your buck when it comes to caffeine. This is super cheap. You get like 200, 300 capsules in here. It's probably like less than 20 bucks. I'll have one of those in the morning. First thing upon waking. Probably not a good idea, but I like it. And then I'll lay in bed right after taking this and read for 30 minutes to an hour while that's soaking in my system, getting me energized. Then I wake up and I start working. I do my emails. I check in on my clients. I do all that stuff. I make her a cup of coffee, which has 150 milligrams. So right now you're at 150. I'm at 200.
Oh, good. Okay.
And then we have another cup of coffee. So now you're at 300 and I am at 350. And then we have a pre-workout before we train. And that's normally our last caffeine intake. That's my last caffeine intake. And our pre-workout's 200 milligrams, I'm pretty sure.
I think mine is less.
I'm pretty sure mine's 200
I'm
milligrams.
pretty sure mine's like 150.
So I went from 350 to 550. So I take in 550 milligrams of caffeine a day,
Okay.
which is not that much in my opinion.
Okay, but wait. So where was I at? 300. So 450 milligrams, and then I have another coffee after my workout, which puts me at 600 milligrams.
So you beat me.
Wow.
But
and I might even have another coffee later in the day.
At one
really
point,
bad.
though, I was like at 3,000. So the fact that I'm less
That's
than
true.
1,000 is really good. We used to drink energy drinks every day. I can't even tell last time I had an energy drink. You probably had one a couple days ago.
Yeah, I drink them occasionally for sure. Like probably like I've been trying to like limit to maybe like once a week. I just have like days where I'm just like, today was one of those days, and Bryson asked me if I wanted one, and I said no because I'm trying to be good.
So the thing about caffeine's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing. It's just a thing. I mean, it's a good thing. I like caffeine. However, most people abuse it and they consume it to an extent that their body, it's like any other drug. And when you stop thinking about it, it's like alcohol, it's like anything. Your body builds up a tolerance to it. You have a threshold. You build up a tolerance to that. You have to continue to add more in order to get and elicit the same response. So if I'm taking in 500 milligrams of caffeine every single day, after a while, my body builds up a tolerance to that. And I've got to increase that to 600 or 700 milligrams of caffeine in order to get the same type of energetic response that I was previously getting at the 500 milligrams. That's where it becomes a slippery slope because people will take an energy drink. And then after a couple of weeks, they'll take 2 energy drinks. And then they're up to 3 energy drinks. And at some point, even if like your body's getting the energized response that you're looking for from the caffeine, that's an acute, acute moment. Everything else is having an adverse effect from all the stimuli, from constantly being in that, that state in which you're just constantly adding adrenaline, constantly adding caffeine, constantly adding some type of stimulant, and that's not really boding well for the whole rest and digest phase of your system. Like, you need to have a well planned rest and digest relaxation state. And you're not going to get that if you're constantly overdriving the stimulants with the caffeine.
Yeah.
So the best way to mitigate that is to have time where you down regulate. You don't have to take it off completely, because you'll probably go through some caffeine withdrawals, but simply down regulate that and use other forms of healthier, not necessarily stimulants, but just other forms that's going to mitigate the adverse effects of removing the caffeine intake. So L-theanine is a really great option. If I drastically cut my caffeine intake, I will temporarily supplement with L-theanine to kind of mitigate the adverse effects of reducing the caffeine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I generally, whenever I'm like very aware of my caffeine intake, I just lower it to having 1 coffee a day, and then I pretty much stick to that. What was I gonna say?
This is a caffeine-free Coke Zevia.
Yeah. Also, I am pretty good, even though I'm having a lot of caffeine. I try not to have caffeine past 2, and if I do, it's just because I have like a little bit of my drink left over, but I try to stick to only having caffeine before 2 p.m.
All right, let's dive into some of these questions.
Yo.
Top of the afternoon to you. What's up?
Hey, y'all are still young and cute. Wait until your 40s.
What's up, Rob and Crystal? What's up, Sean? How are you?
There's an Audible book about caffeine. It's pretty fascinating.
What's the name of it? Ryan says, "What's up, savages? Watching from Niagara Falls, Canada." That's pretty cool.
Fun.
Take some pictures.
When I was your age, I drank that much coffee, and something happened after I hit 45. I'm probably at 150 for the day and all before noon. Yeah.
That is a good thing. We used to be able to like take in a bunch of caffeine and then go right to bed, and we probably still could take in a bunch of caffeine and go right to bed. That's not optimal for the quality of your sleep. Even if you're able to fall asleep quickly, that doesn't mean you're getting quality sleep. So we try not to drink any caffeine.
Look at how nice there's no makeup on this thing. Look how nice it looks in there, though.
So nice. It's the camera. I've got the filter setting on there.
Is there a filter setting on the Instagram too?
Yeah.
No, there's not.
John says, "I've gone from drinking 2 Reigns or Bangs a day to just 1 large iced coffee a day.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I have a case left from when I bought Bangs all the time. Should I reintroduce a Bang prior to working out?" Ooh. I never really liked the Bangs.
I don't either.
I honestly I feel like when I would drink the Bang, first of all, that's 300 milligrams caffeine.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot. So 300 milligrams in a dose is a lot. I would try and keep any one serving at 200 milligrams personally.
My energy drinks that I drink, I think are 150. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's 200. Maybe.
When I go get an energy drink, half the time I get those like
natural
ice or something. There's like 70 milligrams, so pretty low. But yeah, I wouldn't, if you've done good without them, I wouldn't necessarily throw them back in if you can help.
Give them to someone who will enjoy it.
Joe Davis, what pre-workout do you use? So I use one called Pure Pump. It's by the company Do Vitamins, like DO Vitamins. And it's super clean ingredients. It doesn't taste great because it's unflavored. They do have a lemon one that is flavored. They just came out with, but it's called Do Vitamins Pure Pump.
I use Rari Nutrition pre-workout, and it is sweetened with stevia, and it tastes pretty good. I don't like the sour gummy worm. I prefer the strawberry lemonade or the blue raspberry.
Tina Phillips says, "Coffee is life."
True.
We are on the same page there, Tina.
Hello. How close to bed do you guys stop drinking caffeine? I don't work out until 5-ish and have some, but don't feel like my sleep suffers much. Yeah, a lot of times, like when you are doing an evening workout, if you have a pre-workout or something beforehand, usually you can burn through it pretty quickly. However, I've noticed that people who work out later tend to go to bed a little bit later. Robert and I work out early, so we tend to put all of our caffeine earlier in the day. If we were staying awake a little bit longer, I probably would do a pre-workout at the end of the day, but then I would go to work. I would go to bed a little bit later in the day.
When you come here, are we going to be working out
Oh
later?
my goodness. I didn't
earlier?
even think about that. Oh no.
That's pretty late for us.
Oh.
Sean says, I am 100% hooked on Bang energy drinks, have one a day minimum.
But he's in Washington State.
So he's 2 hours behind us. So his 5 o'clock is our 7 o'clock.
Yep.
Yeah, you're crazy. I'm going to bed at 7 p.m.
But
bro.
if we get up super early, it's going to be like midnight for him.
Yep. When in Rome, bro. When in Rome.
I drink green cola, 1 can, 1 carb, 0 sugar, 34 milligrams of caffeine.
Yeah, see, that sounds pretty good.
Green cola?
Yeah, I've never heard of green cola. What's that? Truckology 101. Hey guys, Robert, when I get my calories back up to 2,500, 2,700 per day, how long should I stay there before dropping that fat by 5% every other week? So I wouldn't necessarily drop. So let me clarify here. You're bumping those back up. If you're bumping those up, you don't necessarily have to drop the fat percentage. You're just trying to get those calories back up. So you could be just simply increasing your protein at a faster rate than you're increasing your fat, which in turn is going to increase the protein ratio and decrease the fat ratio. So if you're trying to ramp up calories, I wouldn't necessarily drop fat, just ramp up both, but be a little bit more aggressive with the protein if you're trying to increase that at a higher rate. If that makes sense.
Jonathan said, give me coffee.
I'm on page of that one.
Name of the book is Caffeine by Michael Pollan.
I should probably read it. Ryan says, I don't find coffee has any sort of effect on me, but I drink it during a fast in hopes that it increases my fatty acid mobilization. So I think, like, when my calories are super low, I'll drink coffee simply because there's another chemical in coffee that has a satiety effect. I forget the name of the chemical, but we all pretty much know this, that if you drink coffee, it has a satiating effect. So I like it when my calories are low.
This is you. Hey guys.
You.
How many coffees a day is Robert currently at? Just one. Sometimes 2, but usually just 1. You'd be proud of me, man. Yeah.
Do you use recovery powders? I don't use recovery powders. I have been playing around with this amino acid tablet. It's called Perfect Aminos, and that's basically a recovery amino acid supplement. Brad says, hey guys, what's up? Brad, how are you, brother?
He says, we can work out whenever you want. I'm up at 4:30 a.m.
Okay, I can hang with that.
6:30 a.m. here.
I'm excited for those sandbags to come in. They should be getting, I got the delivery or the shipment notification in today. Brad says, no energy drinks for me. I drink 2 cups of coffee per day. If needed, usually 1. Use the Pure Pump as well. Pure Pump is really good. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I just have to add flavor to it because I like it to be sweet.
I mix it with the Relights, and that works really well. Yeah. I tried the Bolthouse Farms Keto Coffee, which has fairly clean ingredients, and it makes a nice iced coffee or frappuccino substitute. It's sweetened with erythritol and a little stevia. Pretty creamy. That does sound pretty good. I don't normally like erythritol personally. Like, I don't ever use anything with erythritol in it. Some people do. But I track total carbs, and it's all, like, erythritol has quite a high carb count. I don't know how it would affect my blood glucose. Probably not that much, but I just personally don't gravitate towards the erythritol.
I get green cola from HEB, sweetened with just stevia. Like it better than Zevia, even though it has 1 carb.
I've never even seen it.
I haven't either. That's interesting.
Sean says, this is a little off topic. However, I wanted to thank you both for giving me a bit of a push to get my butt in gear. I've officially started my own health and fitness business and look forward to building myself up in the community and aspire to be on your podcast one day. Thank you for everything you do. That is freaking awesome, Sean.
Yeah,
congratulations.
That is super awesome.
If there's anything that we can do in any way to help you with your business endeavors, branding endeavors, whatever, feel free to reach out and let us know because we're happy to do it.
Totes my goats.
10 a.m. here in New Zealand.
Oof. Oh, 10 a.m.
Yeah, 10 a.m.
And do I send you the workout ahead of time or throw it at you?
I think throwing it at me is going to be better because then I can just do as you say.
Someone said caffeinated keto brick. Actually, our mocha has real coffee in it.
Not very much caffeine,
it is slightly caffeinated. What is it?
Between 30 and 40 milligrams.
Yeah, 30 and 40 milligrams per whole brick, though.
Yeah. Sorry, I meant to, when do I start cutting calories for weight loss again? How long should I be at maintenance calories? Oh, I would recommend, personally, it kind of depends on your time frame. I know you wanted to lean out next year and focus on maximizing the most of your building phase when you had access to the gym. But I personally recommend people be at a building phase for at least 6 months. I do a building phase for like 2 years in between cuts. It takes a long time to build muscle, so I would do at least 6 months.
I injured my deltoid and can't do certain lifts. While I recover that muscle, do I need to rest the other muscles, such as biceps? Will that cause a slower recovery? I would personally work out as best you can. I wouldn't stop doing your resistance training. I wouldn't stop doing like cardio and stuff. Avoid the things that are hurting and, avoid the movements that hurt or don't feel right. But definitely keep exercising the rest of your body, or you're going to put yourself back a ways. After you're finally healed, you're going to have to catch up on everything else. So I would definitely keep going with those things, at least to just maintain the muscle there, and then build up your shoulders whenever that heals up.
Camden says, I've been titrating calories down 50 to 100 calories a week for 13 weeks, but taking weekends off to eat to satiety. Should I be able to keep going without metabolic damage? Weight loss is around 0.3 pounds a week. So it depends how low you go. And also you'll probably notice that when you simply eat to satiety, your body is going to gravitate towards a homeostatic intake worth of food. So if you're dropping calories during the week and then you eat to satiety on the weekends, you'll probably notice that as the calories during the week get lower, you start eating more on the weekends. Mm-hmm. So there may be a tipping point at which you're actually not really going any lower when you average it out over the course of a week. And your weight loss will likely start to stall a little bit at that point.
Yeah.
So I would probably recommend still tracking some during the weekends just to make sure that you're staying within a good range there.
But also on another note, I mean, you're seeing a weight loss happening, so that is excellent. So keep doing what you're doing. Maybe later on start tracking what you're doing on the weekends so that you can kind of keep a baseline there. And then you can actually use that as like a refeed as your calories get lower but more strategic. But that's awesome that you're still losing weight doing that.
Camden also said it's only been about 4 or 5 lost, but calories are getting low and not sure if I should go back up for a while. So how low is low? How low is your weekly calories?
Yeah.
Brad says, I use a lemon flavored Pure Pump and mixed with lemon lime Pure Pump. Pretty legit. Yeah, I like the new lemon for sure.
I work over 15 hours a day, so I need a couple of them.
Couple of energy drinks?
Oh, that might be it.
Or you need a job that's super exciting, that invigorates you.
This is true. Maybe they do. They just work long days.
Maybe.
New to working out. I have bands, but not sure what to do. Thoughts?
So we actually do there's a whole bunch of different band workouts, but if you go to deeperstateketo.com, Brandon, who does exclusively band workouts, he made a little video exercise library of a couple different band movements, and that is a free little course that he made. So you're welcome to go there and download that just to get an idea of some of the movements if you want to go that route. But I mean, you can YouTube. I mean, there's a lot of ways.
I do have a bunch of band exercises on my Instagram, and then I have a 12-week band only program that I sell on ladysavage.com as well, if that is something that interests you. But mostly, if you're just looking to, use your free options first, the Deeper State is a really great place to start. Just kind of Googling or looking on Instagram and things like that for different movements for different body parts is a really great way to go as well.
Sean says, seriously, appreciate that. Keep an eye out for Simply Human Health and Fitness. Just getting started out, but full steam ahead.
I like it.
Simply Human Health and Fitness. All right, everybody remember that. We'll be keeping an eye on you, man.
Hey guys, just finished a midterm Jury review. Not gonna lie, I'm terrible with drinking coffee. I did cut back the amount, but I still love it at night and can drink right before bed with no problems. I think you are, I think if I remember correctly, you're a little bit younger, and we used to do the same thing, and then we decided to change it because it does affect you whether you feel it or not. It does affect your body and its rhythm of going to sleep and getting enough deep sleep and things like that, and recovery as well. So as you are chilling out from your midterm, maybe start dropping the coffee in the evening.
Truckology says, thank you guys. You are a blessing in my life. Keep up the good work. We certainly will. Thank you, brother.
Opinions on 75 hard.
I think it's great.
To be honest with you, I haven't looked into it enough.
I've never done it. I've had several clients that are doing it. I think it's all about habit forming, and all the habits are good. Work out twice a day, one of which is outside. Don't drink. Read a book. Drink your water.
How intense are these workouts, though?
I don't know. I mean, I think for most people, it's like just simply doing more than they normally do. You know, I don't know what all it is, but I'm pretty sure it's 2 workouts a day, one of which has to be outside. Drink at least a gallon of water a day. Read at least 10 pages a day. No alcohol.
I think it's okay. I think, in my opinion, what I've seen, like just even like the 1 gallon a day, for some people that's a lot of water. For some bodies, that's like too much water. Generally, I would say drink about a gallon of water a day, but I guess I think it would be really great if you set your own goals. Like, I think working out once or twice a day could be really good, but also if you are already someone who's over exercising, that could be detrimental. Like, that could be not a good thing to do that for 75 days straight. So I think that as long as you have your own goals in mind and you have like kind of restrictions and pushes on your own health, that is great. But I have not looked into it enough to like really know. I just know that it's like people get all hyped up about it, and it seems like a cool community-based thing, but I haven't actually done it myself.
On a macro level, I feel like it had a net positive impact on people. That'd be my answer.
Hello from Cincinnati.
What is your favorite training split for bodybuilding? So I do an 8-day rotational split in which each muscle group is getting worked twice during that 8-day split, and I have 2 off days during that 8-day split, and it's a heavy hypertrophy style split. So one of those training sessions towards a given muscle group is getting a heavy focus. The next time I train that same muscle group is getting more of a hypertrophy focus.
From Val, hey to the best keto couple. Aw,
shucks.
Thanks
Patrick
so
Green
much.
says, what's up, Patrick Green? You've helped motivate my daughter and I to start a workout routine together. We start tonight.
Aw.
Awesome.
Yay.
That's exciting, man. If you have
That
any
is
questions,
exciting.
let us know. We're happy to help.
Take
progress pictures.
Yeah. I'm a cab driver, out the door before 6 a.m. and not home until 9 p.m. most days. Woo!
That is a long
day. But it must be kind of fun to see and get to know different people.
Yeah, that's true.
I got a lot out of 75 hard, Michelle. I'm mentally stronger for doing it.
Yeah,
that's good.
It's good.
If we don't have a food scale to track, is there a way to still track to lose weight? It turns out my portion sizes are off, but they are consistent like a broken clock.
Yeah, so like if you're just chipping away at the portion sizes, even if you're not accurate with them, if you're consistent with them, that you can still totally do that.
Loving the peanut butter bricks and the chocolate peanut butter cup bricks.
Awesome. Camden says weekday calories have gone from 3,000 down to 1970. Was it about 18%? And now I'm guessing 15, 16. Yes, that's pretty good. You still got food to work with for sure. Mm-hmm. I'd be curious to see, like, if you tracked, like, what one good thing to do would be to, if you said you're eating to satiety on the weekends, eat to satiety on this weekend, but go ahead and track it just to see what eating to satiety brings you. And then you can multiply or add that in with what you're getting in the week and then average it out for the 7 days and just see what your average intake is, having come from that 3,000 starting point. I'd be curious to know that for sure.
Coffee in the morning in a Rain or Monster a couple hours before working out. There you go.
There you go.
Workouts are 45 minutes long. My outside workout was a long walk. That's nice.
I had to go for an outside run.
Other workout was strength training.
Drink coffee, repeat. New to strength training, do I need BCAAs, pre-workouts, whey protein, L-glutamine, carnitine, etc., before, during, and after workouts, or are they a waste of money if you are keto?
It's not a waste of money, but you definitely don't need them.
You definitely don't need them.
Whey protein, I'd rather you go eat a steak or ground beef or eggs or something.
Pre-workout, you can have a pre-workout. Like, don't feel like you have to have a pre-workout. If you have to have a pre-workout every single time you work out, that's probably not a good thing. And then, like, with the branched chain amino acids and the glutamine and stuff like that, the carnitine, you're probably getting a lot of that in the food you're consuming if you're getting a high quality food.
Like, especially meat sources.
Yeah. And especially if you're in more of a surplus or maintenance intake of calories, I'll sometimes use amino acids when I'm in a really steep deficit. But if you're in a maintenance or surplus, then you should be getting plenty of that in your food.
Yeah. I burned myself out on workouts, and I didn't go to the gym for months afterwards, barely getting back into it now. Wow. That's after the 75 hard, I'm pretty sure. I burnt myself out on workouts and didn't go to the... Maybe that's not. Maybe that's just their normal. But, yeah, that is hard. A lot of times when I'm starting to get burnt out, I just change up my routine. Wow, that got heavy. I just change up my routine, and that makes it a little bit more fun and enjoyable. Why do you prefer the stair stepper for cardio? Is it just because of low impact on your joints? Oh, funny that we haven't done a stair stepper in a minute.
Well, I just have a client call with him.
Oh, okay.
So the Stairmaster, oh man, what's going on? Poor connection. Come on, connection.
Sorry to everyone on in YouTube.
That's so weird.
It decided to poor connection us.
Is it like not even recorded all?
Please reconnect.
Technological issues here. We have any questions on YouTube and Facebook? We're caught up on YouTube and Facebook.
The heck? Come on now.
Trying to like exit out of it, and it's so weird. You like get off of Wi-Fi and back on, maybe. I started using Bucked Up Stem Free Pre-Workout. You know what's crazy is that the Bucked Up supplements are outlawed by most of the natural bodybuilding federations, which is just crazy. But they've outlawed deer antler velvet. I don't know if all of the Bucked Up supplements use that or not. But I got the
pre-workout, and then Robert read it, and he's like, "Yeah, we can't eat this. We can't use it." So I had to give it away.
Yeah, so it's kind of
crazy. It was a very sad thing because I was so excited about it, and then I was like, "Gosh, dang it."
I don't know what's going on YouTube and Facebook. Not cool. Anyways, we have any more questions over here? We're having some technological difficulties.
Well, you have like Instagram. A million things open on your phone.
Yeah, we're not YouTube. I'm just gonna keep rocking this. But I think we got to just call it, babe. It's cutting out.
So sad.
It is pretty sad. I don't know why it's doing that. We have any more questions on YouTube and Facebook? Any of y'all have anything to add to the equation here? Anything at all?
I'm just gonna turn that back off and then turn it back on.
You just leave it off and see if that works.
Leave it off?
Yeah. That sucks. Yes, it does. I don't know why they do that. I've never used it.
Yeah, we're back. So sorry for anyone who was on here. Now we have like not very many people. Okay. Why do you prefer the stair stepper?
All right. So the stair stepper, it's just really easy to track and be consistent with. Like level 10 on the Stairmaster is always level 10 on the Stairmaster. It's never going to deviate. Whereas if you're doing like sprints or something and your calories are low, like you're in a cut, you may go out there one day and feel like $1,000,000 and be able to have a lot of intensity with those sprints. The next day you may be feeling the deficit and not have the intensity. You can have this massive variability in your training consistency. I like the Stairmaster because it is easy on your joints and it's just going to be consistent. You're able to get a really good proximity to proximity is the wrong word. You're able to really just gauge and track how you're doing, what your cardiovascular health is like, and titrate that up in a very uniform fashion. Camden says, thanks for all specific advice. Can't wait to see more of that muscle building series. Love following your contest preps, but it's good to see this video side too. Absolutely. We're super excited about it. We have to do a series on DEXA scans before long here.
Oh, no. Someone at work is bugging me. Did I miss the answer about sending the workouts before? Yes. So we said we think you should just surprise us with it.
Yes. Tina Phillips says, Crystal, do you mix protein or is it collagen with your yogurt? Ancestry something.
Either is great. I tend to lean towards adding collagen first because I like to get collagen in my diet. But if I have a protein powder, that will also work. I use Ancient Nutrition is the brand, and they have like a chocolate one right now, and it's sweetened with stevia, and it's delicious.
Delicious.
Proteins is also the name of the other one that does not have any sweetener or any flavoring.
It's a fun job, but difficult to work so much, work out, and have a social life. Yeah, it would be tough for that schedule.
Have you started the book from the newsletter?
Yes, The Energy Formula by Sean Wells. I have just started it today, actually. It's the first time I've started it, and I haven't gotten that far into it yet because I just started today, but so far, so good. I'm digging it. Is that all the questions?
Allera, yep.
All right, ladies and gents, I'm going to go for our run, for my run.
For our run. You can go for mine, too.
I'm doing a trail run today. I got some new trail shoes. Show you all my trail shoes.
Oh, boy. He's going to take them off for you guys.
Check out these new trail shoes. Got the Cam Hanes Keep Hammering trail shoes. It's going to be good. So I'm going to go break them in and get them muddy right now.
Maybe we should talk about the next week.
Sounds good. Sounds good. All right, y'all. Take care.
Talk about DEXA
Love you.
scans next week. Might just be the opposite of what you think we'll say.
Might just be. Ta-ta for now.